That'll pump up a team.
PlayStation.
So I ended up jinxing myself a little bit because at the beginning of the last episode, I mentioned how, I'm all done with all the home repairs. I can get back to the show. Wrong. I had one thing left on my list that I thought was going to take about 90 minutes to do. It was just like, caulking some gaps in an upstairs window, and ended up turning into a lot more than that. That's all I'll say about it, only because I think it's boring to talk about. It is December. Today is, what is it, the 3rd, I think? Which, for me, Christmas season starts as soon as Thanksgiving is over. I love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday at this point in my life. Certain people talk about this whole war on Christmas thing, and you're not supposed to say happy holidays. To me, the real war is on Thanksgiving, because it's being completely muscled out by Halloween on one side and Christmas on the other. And I feel like at this point, Thanksgiving is all about Black Friday, if you pay attention to the commercials on TV and whatnot. Not saying you all feel that way, but, give Thanksgiving its space and the respect that it deserves. Best holiday on the calendar for me. Thanksgiving's all about the 3 F's. In this order, it's food, football, and family. You might have to reorder those depending on your priorities in life. For me, it's food, football, and family. But anyway, it is the Christmas season as far as I'm concerned now. So as a reflection of that, I got the Christmas tree out over here, much to the excitement of Ladybird. And then we got a fire going down over here. Not a real fire, don't worry. I don't know if that fools anybody. It is blurry because of the aperture on the camera. That is not a real fire. But it is a heater. It's turned off right now or it'll be too noisy. But nice ambiance in my opinion. Anyway, this time on YouTube's hottest new show, we're talking about a game that I'm really excited to talk about. I don't hate it. I'm not a fan of the term hidden gem just because it gets so overused and it's sort of, clickbait ammunition. But, as a result of that, I just end up finding other ways to say the exact same thing. And like, oh, here's a game nobody ever talks about, or here's a game you never hear about that's really good. And that just means it's a hidden gem, right? But I don't want to use that term. So here's a game that, as somebody that doesn't really pay attention to gaming YouTube channels anyway, I don't ever hear anybody talk about, and that is Silent Bomber, which of course you already knew we were talking about that. But so I've had this copy of Silent Bomber. I'm going to guess. I don't remember exactly when I got it. I'm going to guess that I got it in 2005. How about that? I got this game at a local thrift store that still exists. And I saw this game. This has happened to me before. Like my copy of Splatterhouse 3 for the Genesis, it was the same thing. I walked in and it was literally the only video game in the store. And when I went and saw this at my local SPCA thrift store, it was the only game they had. And it was in a glass case. So, even in 2006, or what did I say, 2005? I'm trying to remember where I lived. I think I lived in an apartment when I got this game, and that would have been 2005 was the last time I lived in an apartment. Anyway, this was sitting in a glass case, and I remember the price on it was enough that I was like, But, this was like 18 years ago, right? It was a very different time. So, like, the price might have been $5, and I'd have been like, ooh, I don't know, $5, because I'd never heard of the game. And really, the main reason, I guess it's got cool cover art. It's got RPG-esque cover art, in my opinion. That looks like Final Fantasy cover art or something, aside, of course, from the Silent Bomber title. But the thing that made it stick out to me was just that it has the Bandai, or as we always said when I was growing up, Bandai logo. And I don't remember, at some point when I was a kid, I had an action figure. It's funny, I don't remember what it was, but I remember that I got it at Kmart. But I just remember that it was a Bandai branded toy. And I think it's a situation where I just thought it looked neat, and so I got it. And I think it was maybe from some sort of cartoon or something that I didn't watch. And that's why I couldn't remember it. But I've always just remembered that whenever I see the Bandai logo, it makes me think of that, even though I can't remember what toy it was. And so anyway, my point is, so I saw this game sitting there in the thrift store, and I really bought it because it has the Bandai logo on it. And I mean, I remember going home and just looking it up because I didn't know anything about the game, and found that it was, I guess, somewhat of an uncommon game, because even back then, whatever it sold for was a lot more than I paid for it. So I guess I was happy to see that, although I wasn't buying it for that reason. And now this game sells for, like, on average, I wrote down $150 on eBay, I guess, because it's not very common. But also, it's a very, very good game. The back is kind of interesting. Very little text. It has bullet points. Normally there'd be like a whole little summary paragraph on there. It's got bullet points: old school run and gun action, stealth-like tactics, mission-based gameplay. Over 26 missions. And it's funny that they use the term run and gun, because one of the things that I think is really cool about this game, it kind of reminds me in a way of Bionic Commando, because Bionic Commando is sort of an action platform game, but you can't jump, which is like one of the defining features of any platform game, but you can't jump. And Silent Bomber is, I would still call it's like a 3D run and gun game, but you can't shoot because you use bombs instead, as you'll see. But I think that makes it cool, right? I mean, that's the whole thing with if you could jump in Bionic Commando, it would be like just another action platformer, still a good one. But the fact that you have the arm and you have to use that instead of jumping is what makes the game cool. And I think with this game, the fact that you don't have a gun and instead you're dropping bombs and then setting them off is what makes the game stand out. And it's a really cool game. A few notes I've got here. Came out in Japan in October of 1999. Came out here in April of 2000. So kind of, I call that a late release. I mean, it's kind of funny because, I mean, the PlayStation didn't come out here until 1995, but in 2000, the PlayStation 2 came out. So, the PlayStation really had kind of a short lifespan, being the flagship product of Sony Computer Entertainment. So to me, 2000 is a little bit of a late release. Certainly for me, I was already thinking about the PlayStation 2, but I don't remember ever seeing this game in stores. I don't even remember reading about it in any magazines. I should have gone back and looked and seen if I can find any information about it in magazines. I looked. It reviewed well. I don't remember if it was on Wikipedia or somewhere else where they had sort of a aggregation of review scores. It reviewed well, which is well deserved. It was, I got my notes here. It was developed by a company called CyberConnect, and it was only their second game. And their first game was Tail Concerto, which actually would also be a cool weekend rental. Tail Concerto, also a PlayStation 1 game, and even more expensive. Tail Concerto is like $400. And then they did a bunch of the dot hack, after Tail Concerto, Silent Bomber. They did a bunch of dot hack games, which I think are well regarded. I'm not sure I've ever played a dot hack game. They did some Naruto games, which again, that's not really in my wheelhouse. And then interestingly, they were the original developer for the Final Fantasy VII remake that I want to say just came out, but came out a few years ago, right? But originally, I guess Square had a deal with CyberConnect that they were going to do the Final Fantasy VII remake. And I think some of their work, still survived into the final game. But at some point, apparently, Square just said, we're going to go ahead and take over. And they did. So, I think that's it for everything I have to say about the game. Only other thing I was going to say before I got started, although now I don't know where I put them. I was very excited. Oh, here they are right here. I was excited. You know, I've got my PlayStation here, has the X Station optical drive emulator in it. And then I recently had picked up this, I forgot, I think it's called a retro receiver for PlayStation. It's from 8-bit Do or 8-bit Do that allows you to use Bluetooth controllers with PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2. And so I was using this in this PlayStation and playing with a PS5 controller, which was really cool. And come to find out that there was something going on with the firmware version that was on this receiver that was making it not work. According to them, it made it not work right with memory cards. I didn't have a problem. It worked fine with my Memory Card Pro, and now all of a sudden my Memory Card Pro is dead. So I guess I'm getting a replacement. They're good about, I wouldn't even call it warranties. I've had this thing for 2 years. Like, to me, it's out of warranty. If they want to give me a replacement, I'm not going to complain, but I'd be happy to pay for one. I got 2 years of use out of it. But anyway, I don't know that this caused this. I did upgrade the firmware on here, so that shouldn't happen again. But my Mem Card Pro, unfortunately, is dead. I tried it in multiple systems. But of course, the nice thing about the Mem Card Pro is that, you know, your game saves are on a micro SD card, and I did already check that, and they're all fine. It's just the Mem Card Pro won't even power on anymore, and so we're not going to use the. I'm only saying that because to me, I'd gotten to a point where my PlayStation was sort of like as tricked out as I want it to be. Like, I know there's the PS1 digital, but I've got my PlayStation going into a retro tank, so like I'm very happy having that be the case. I don't need it to be HDMI modded, but being able to use a PS5 controller, which to me is the best PlayStation controller there is, was nice. And then the Mem Card Pro is awesome. It seems to me sort of likely, you know, I can't prove it, but I think this might have fried it. We'll see. They've done a whole new hardware revision of the Mem Card Pro. It doesn't even work the same way anymore. So it's not powered the same way anymore. So that shouldn't be a problem going forward. But so today we're just going to do it old school style. I just have a regular memory card in there, and then I just have a regular DualShock, and that's how we're going to play. So yeah, that's all I have to say. So we're going to switch the view over and get started. Oh, that's not right, I don't think. Oh yeah, I've been messing with my setup in here, and so everything's butt backwards. Ah, there we go. Okay, so let me start recording. Don't want to forget to do that. And then here, I don't know if I ever showed this before. This is the interface for the X Station. This is not a video about the X Station, so I'm not going to talk about it. I noticed last time, by the way, that, you know, when I turned to start playing a video game, you know, it pointed my face more towards the microphone, and I was popping the mic. So I just got to make sure to move the microphone. Yeah. And then I think fast load skips like the splash screen and whatnot for the PlayStation, and like, who the heck wants to do that? And by the way, you know, this game's got a story and whatnot. We are going to pay attention. I'm not skipping any cutscenes, and we are also going to play the tutorial mode. Just so you can kind of see how the game is played.
"7 years ago, on a battlefield, I lost what I believed in. Each time I went into battle, another piece of my soul died. I'm the mere shell of a man now, Nothing more than a killing machine.
Utah? Come in, Utah. There's a target in your immediate proximity. It has a marker on it, so assault teams, destroy all enemy anti-aircraft weaponry. But that's impossible. There are still targets remaining. Destroy every one of them.
So we're merely pawns in some elaborate game that will determine the fate of the world, is that it? Then which player is going to be fortunate enough to checkmate fate, I wonder?
Pretty good intro, in my opinion. And yeah, the main character is named Utah, but it's spelled with a J. So it's J-U-T-A-H. You know, the J is silent. So like I said, we're going to do the tutorial real quick, and that's just so you can kind of see, like, you know, this game is a little bit different, you know, the way it plays. So
Back then, the battlefield was
plus
all
you
like
get
the
more
world. And the voice,
plot.
the voice that issued orders to me was the only thing I could believe in.
Utah, come in.
This is Utah. I'm ready for my instructions.
Very well. This will be your first taste of real battle. Fulfill this mission and prove to me that your training has paid off.
I'll give it everything I got.
All right, so you know, we walk around obviously with the analog
First,
stick.
remove any obstacles that stand in the way of the squads coming up behind you. Then plant a bomb on the marked area.
Yeah, so we hit the square button to plant the bomb,
All right, now
and
stay
then
clear of the blast radius.
yeah, and then you hit the triangle button, and it sets
Good
off
work.
the bomb. So again, you don't have a gun.
Now this time you'll use a stack to blow it up.
Stack?
A technique employing multiple explosives to increase the blast. When you set it, hit the button twice.
So now you see we hit,
Then
and now
put
you
some
see there's the
distance
little,
between you and the bombs.
yeah, there's a little 2 down there because now you've got a stack of 2 bombs. So now when you set those off, you know, I guess it's like more than the sum of its parts or whatever.
Careful, Utah. There's an enemy unit approaching from up ahead. Engage them with the add-on equipment we airdropped. Destroy the container and retrieve the lock-on unit.
Enemy at close range.
Okay, listen. I'll explain how to use the lock-on unit. First, hold down the set button and call up your sight. Fix the enemy on your sight and lock on. You've just planted a bomb on the enemy. Hit the detonator button. Well done. Pick up the material dropped by the enemy. What you have there is a highly volatile liquid. Using this in conjunction with your bombs will result in more powerful and deadly explosions. Look at the window located to the side of your life gauge. Note that napalm is currently selected. Push the button and try using it. That's enough. When you've obtained various types of liquid, you can switch among them with the Item Select button. Just don't forget that these are exhaustible items.
Yeah, okay. So basically the point is you have unlimited regular bombs, but you pick up, I think there's 3 different ones, right? Because that's the item select. Is like L1 and R1. You pick up limited use special weapons, and then also like he said, you have this sort of lock-on unit by holding down the X button. I mean, oops. I mean, you're like a human, right? You're not like an android, but at the same time, you know, like you can upgrade your abilities with like E-chips, they're called. So I don't know where on your body you put these E-chips. Like you can plant more bombs. You can have the bombs do more damage. But you know, you get those abilities as you keep playing.
Eliminate this final obstacle on your own.
I want to check. I don't know if you can blow these things up. You have to learn how to, like, you want to blow other stuff up. Because sometimes that's where you'll find the power-ups and whatnot. No, nothing. Gotta find the right spot to put it. There we go. Oh, I gotta do more. Maybe over here. There we go.
All right, go on ahead.
Oh, and you can jump. I didn't mention that. You
We've
can jump.
detected another enemy group. It's a large one this time. If you quickly push the jump button twice, it will activate your
Oh, well, there
burst
you go.
drive. Put it to good use and make your way through their attack.
Understood.
So you can kind of do like this double jump thing. And so you can see now we're just using this lock-on deal, and we already got one of them. That's two. And you can kind of walk through the fire like quickly, but if you hang out in the fire, you'll get injured. Yeah. Oh, there's a little power up over here. That's more napalm, I think. Yeah. And then, like, I don't know, this is like some kind of boss battle or something, so. But see, we can go ahead. If you want to wait and see where he's headed. See, then we can use a little napalm on him. And then you see, like, he's got a life bar now at the bottom of the screen there. You only get that for bosses. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. That took a while.
What's this place?
It's an enemy stronghold. Burn down the entire installation.
Roger. Those are... But I thought there were soldiers in here. These people are civilians!
Calm down, Utah. Burn everything to the ground.
But...
That's an order.
Understood, sir.
See, so now Utah has to figure out that, you know, maybe he's working for the bad guys. that a bowl cut?
Every day I awaken from the same nightmare. 7 years have passed, yet I'm still torturing myself.
Utah? Utah! Are you there? You did set the autopilot, right?
Yeah,
Then get down here to the lander.
I try to forget the nightmare by continuing to fight, as I'm doing today.
We'll be in Dante's security zone soon. Friend or foe is FOF. Our ship will transmit this code to get past their sensors, then 6 assault teams will infiltrate.
Providing we can get that close, of course.
Our codes are flawless.
If we can really trust these codes, shouldn't they have sent in a crack military unit or something? Don't you think, Utah?
My only duty is to destroy my designated target. I'm concerned with nothing else.
Boy, you just can't wait to start blowing things up, huh? Get this straight. We're here to save Hornet. Safeguarding our planet is the objective.
Excuse me. So we're merely pawns in some elaborate game that will determine the fate of the world, is that it? Then which player is going to be fortunate enough to checkmate fate, I wonder?
We are entering Dante's security zone. Transmit access codes.
Seems kind of Star Wars-ish, a little bit.
Assault teams, launch capsules.
I've lost attitude control. I'll try for a belly landing.
Utah! Utah! Come in, Utah!
I am reporting no damage to E-Unit. Now commencing the operation.
Ah!
We're in trouble, Henri! Everybody's getting shot down!
But how did they see through our dummy codes?
Don't waste time worrying about that. Give me instructions. That is what you're here for.
Yes, I know! Assault teams, destroy all anti-aircraft weaponry!
Acknowledged.
All right, so now we have to take out all the anti-aircraft cannons.
There's an E-chip, an E-unit power-up, hidden in that box located in front of you. Destroy the box and get the E-chip.
This, by the way, the game has started now. That was the tutorial was just the one level or whatever. So, like, yeah, you have all these like storage boxes here. So you want to destroy all these. Like, there's some more napalm, and then like the E-chip. Yeah, here you go, E-unit. So you can see here, you know, the E-chips are kind of like currency that you can. It's not really currency, I guess, but like, you know, we have one E-chip, and once I find 2 more, I can increase the number of bombs I can deploy from 2 to 3, or you can change the range, and that's the range for your lock-on, it says down there, or you can increase your shields. So that's what the E-chip thing is. So I don't know what these little buggy things are called, but they come out of these generator things. So you want to destroy the enemies, but you also want to destroy the generator things, and that way, see, that one's destroyed, so now you're not going to get any more of those things coming out. And we got another one here. So wait for that to pop out. There you go. And, oh, is there something in there? No? Okay.
The beam gate has generators on either side.
Yeah.
Destroy them.
Where'd this guy come from? Did I leave one somewhere? I mean, you want to make sure you kind of explore all the levels, only because you don't want to leave power-ups behind. So, like, if you think you destroyed all the generators and you've still got these guys coming out, you know, it behooves you to walk around real quick and make sure you didn't forget anything. But I think we're good. I don't know where those guys came from.
Nearby. The target ought to be designated with a marker.
Oops. That's my bad.
The 3rd platoon's lander is heavily damaged. Damn it, talk about bad luck.
So here's more of those storage things.
The 6th platoon is gone!
And then we got some paralysis liquid. Oh, here's a little bit of life.
But we won't last that long at this rate! God!
So I got another E-chip, so now I just need one more E-chip. So I find, like, in this game, it's better to just try to keep moving. You know, to avoid the fire from these people. Oh, there's a little more life right there. I mean, the game's pretty generous with the life power-ups that it gives you, but also I just feel like most things don't really harm you that much. And then there's another one of these things hidden back here, which we want to get rid of. Because there's this thing back here. And there's one more E-chip. So now, if we go check, see, now we can set 3 bombs instead of 2, so that's very helpful. See? Then we got some gravity liquid. I'm not going to use that right now because I need it later, but gravity liquid's pretty cool stuff. So now I have to do the same thing here to destroy this gate. Ooh. I got caught in the middle of that. It's funny, it's got that classic, like, 90s... I know it came out in 2000 here, but it's got that classic 90s PlayStation soundtrack, you know? Sounds like a Psygnosis game, even though it isn't one. Ooh, look at that. That's a huge... That's going to refill our health all the way, not that we need it that much. And there's another E-chip.
Anti-aircraft weaponry in this area is out of commission. The area designated with a marker is the next place you should go. Follow the marker and proceed ahead.
So now we got this is like the level 1 boss battle.
Those are multi-legged anti-aircraft weapons.
I'll eliminate the targets. Get clear.
Might as well use up all the napalm we have. Oh, then like after he gets halfway depleted, he starts doing that, where his shields go up, and then he moves. And then when he's got his shields going, he's invincible. Oh, he got me there. There you go, done. So I feel like that was quicker than the tutorial level boss, but...
Target has been destroyed.
I haven't been able to raise Benoit. Are you picking him up?
No.
I see. At any rate, let's look for a way in.
Oh, we should make sure. I don't think there are any. I'll make sure that there's not any like little power-up areas in the room, but I don't recall that being the case. Nah, we're good. And then it gives you the score. I've never gotten a good score. Like it's not like I died. My health never even fell that much. Maybe I took too long. That's the only thing I can guess. But I mean, I'm not in a hurry. I want to try to get all the power-ups and whatnot. And we can go ahead and save our game here. I've got a game save going on the MemCard Pro, but I can't get to it right now. All right, eliminate the enemy and find an ingress route. So first of all, you can see we've got some of these storagey things right here. There's some more napalm. There's another E-chip. I don't really find the paralysis liquid to be that helpful, but maybe I just haven't played with it enough. The gravity liquid's great. I think I just got another E-chip, didn't I? Here, I'll use some gravity liquid. I forgot, is that the gravity liquid? Oh, yeah. See, it like sucks them all into a black hole. But like I think it's a lot more useful for like regular enemies like this. I'm not sure how useful that would be for bosses. There's another E-chip. We should get rid of whatever's generating all these guys. Oh boy.
I'll finish this guy off.
So I think this might be a good place to use. Yeah. Oh, he got out of the way just in time. Oh, I can set 4 bombs now. I didn't even see that. Well, there we go.
You just signed your death warrant. You're dead. Count on it.
I feel like for the most part, the voice acting in this game is above average, but that wasn't great. Although the writing there was, I mean, really, you just signed your own death warrant? That's a little overused. Maybe my ego is writing checks my body can't cash.
It's gonna fire.
Yeah, so that was like a mini boss, and then I think this is the boss. But then we want to get rid of these things, or else we're going to keep getting these little bugaboo things coming out. Oh, that's not good. So the same thing, like this guy, like he has a shield that comes up, and then oh, I tried to jump out of the way. No, I'm not paying attention. All right, there we go. Oh, there's some life. I'll take that. I wonder if napalm would work on this guy. No. Oh yeah, that does work. All right, let's do more of that. So those little cannons to the side, I don't think you can do anything about them. So that's why I'm not bothering even trying to... Oh, there we go, got it. But, I mean, we were down to like a sliver of health, so we're definitely not getting a good grade at the end of this level.
Lieutenant, come in. They've been shot down.
That's my Utah.
Benoit?
I was watching you fight, observing the man in action. You truly do belong on a battlefield.
What is that supposed to mean?
You'll find out eventually. We'll meet again.
See, I almost died and I still get a D, so I don't get it. I'll go ahead and save our game, just because why not? Oh, and if we can check here, so we need 5 more chips to get up to the next, so we can have 5 bombs instead of 4. I don't really use, you know, the lock-on thing that much, so I'm not really too interested in that. But of course, you know, upgrading your shields is always something to think about as well, especially since I almost died there. So we'll do one more level, I guess.
Got on board the ship? All right. Go to alert level yellow. Eliminate the intruders immediately. Just what do those fools think a handful of sorry two-legged worms can do against the Dante?
I remember this being a little bit of a long level, so...
Come in, Utah! Do you read me? Utah! Utah!
You don't have to scream, I can hear you. You should have contacted me immediately.
Now look here! We had our hands full shaking off enemy units in a ship that's shot full of holes!
All I want from you is a status report, not a sob story.
Every assault team except for us has been wiped out. I've lost contact with Benoit, too. Tim and John are repairing the lander. Meanwhile, Machino and I are attempting to hack into their system.
In order to pull that off, the system would have to be temporarily distracted. That's where my expertise comes in, right?
He's got like that 90s Gen X broodiness. Okay, destroy all energy condensers. All right.
The energy plant should be just
Well,
beyond
maybe this is not the level I was thinking of. So this is where maybe you want to use the lock-on things. Because these things fly.
Planned entry point. You'll need to use your lander again to get there.
Ah. Oh, we got some more paralysis liquid. That seems like that would be actually pretty helpful here. Oh, no thank you. Ah! Goddamn shields. Yeah, so the paralysis liquid doesn't work on that guy. But... Oh, I see, because I don't have any, So really, I can just skip dealing with that guy. I didn't realize I was out of napalm. Ooh. There's 2 more E-chips. I forgot what the data chips do. They're different from E-chips. There's another E-chip. Oh, yeah. All right. I feel like they're just going to keep spawning.
Take out all energy condensers in this area. I'll begin.
Oh, yeah. Now I can set 5 bombs.
Security system has stopped.
There we go. Just want to destroy everything in case there's like any power-ups, you know?
Remaining targets are on the level above you. Search for a route that will get you up there. Tim and the others have finished repairing the lander and are headed for the catapult. Hurry up and destroy those condensers, Utah.
Trying to remember where I gotta go. Oh, I think here. So it's funny because like this level has this big guy kind of chasing you around, but I mean, you can just kind of ignore him. So now you have to go over to the other side. Yeah, see, so now he's gone. And then he's got to come over here and do the exact same thing.
destroyed.
Okay. I'm going to start hacking into the security system now. Henri here. Hacking successful. I'll open that bulkhead near you, so clear out of the area.
We can leave now. I don't know if you get anything for killing that guy, but probably. What do you get, like a D? D minus. D. All right. Again, it's got to be the time thing. Although I don't know. That's a pretty big time bonus. So I don't... We didn't have much life left? Is that why? I don't know. Who cares? I want to do one more. I want to do one more because that's not the level I thought it was. I think it's the next one. So we'll do one more. All right, destroy all hard shells.
The hard shells should be undergoing maintenance. Destroy them ASAP.
They're active.
It's an ambush? But that's impossible.
All right, I will secure things topside. You guys, get in there!
It's Death Warrant guy again. So this is a level where I think...
I have no choice.
Yeah, no choice. The gravity liquid is really handy. So... Did I miss something? There's like a thing that's supposed to come down over here. Unless do I have to kill this guy or something? Come here. There we go. Let's go double check that I didn't miss somebody. Oh no, I hear it coming down. I think you have to kill like every dude on every floor. Yeah, there you go, see?
I thought the hard shells were being repaired.
I successfully hacked into their system. My sabotage should have been flawless.
There we go, got some more gravity liquid. No, not yet. Oh. There we go. But I mean, you can see, especially with how much those guys are moving around, that if you weren't using the gravity liquid, I mean, I don't know. Maybe napalm would work too. I got plenty of napalm. I haven't really messed around too much with the paralysis. I guess that might work too. In fact, we could try that right now just for fun.
Henry, we're in deep trouble!
Oh my goodness.
They've spotted us!
Get us under some cover, now!
I can't! We're totally surrounded!
There we go. Oh yeah, that works. That was the paralysis liquid. That works pretty well. Ooh, I don't like that. This guy again. Just want to get rid of his buddies first, if I can. Oh, he got out of there fast. I mean, I feel like napalm's probably not going to do anything against him. He's quick. There we go.
Damn it! That hurts! I won't forget this!
Write it down, buddy. Oh, exits back this way? Oh, yeah, all right. Anyway, so what, that's, 4 or 5 levels now? It's probably time to call it quits here. Let's see what grade I got. I'm sure it's a D again. Yeah, that's fine. I had fun, so guess what? I don't care. Yeah, all right. Anyway, that's Silent Bomber. Let's switch the view back, shall we? Yeah, that is Silent Bomber. Don't buy it because it's $150, but, you know, if you have a Mister or you've got emulator set up on your computer or you've got an ODE in your PlayStation, definitely a game, in my opinion, worth checking out. Next time, I was thinking about doing, I don't know if you guys saw that, who is it? Retrobit? I hate to say it and be wrong. I thought it was Retrobit. Is doing a re-release of the Genesis / Mega Drive shooter. Well, I guess it was only a Mega Drive shooter, but it's coming out in a Genesis compatible cartridge. Eliminate Down. And I was thinking of checking that out. I always just worry, and I did that a couple times before, like the very first episode of Weekend Rental was Glaylancer. And I don't know. I don't want people watching that and thinking like, oh, it's like sponsored content. Like I have nothing to do with any of these people. I just thought like, if you saw, oh, hey, they're re-releasing Eliminate Down, maybe I should get it. Then we can check it out together. So let me know what you think. Yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of Weekend Rental. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.